Let's refine it further. Let's refine it further.
We'll make it mad, we lead the way. In the reptile world, we're here to stay. Double clutch, where passion meets. From the start to the top, we can't be beat. Double clutch, we're Mike and Matt. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Double clutch, with Mike and Matt. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track.
Let's refine it further.
We Mike and Matt, lead the way.
Let's refine it further.
We're here to stay. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Double clutch, with Mike and Matt. Double clutch, it's where it's at. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track.
Let's refine it further. Let's refine it further.
Always on track. We'll make it back. With the clutch, double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track.
Yo, what's good, homie? How you doing?
Man, chilling. I'm over here dancing and stuff. Hold on, I done dropped my phone down.
Ready to knock some over?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Appreciate y'all coming through, hanging out with us tonight, man. Tonight's gonna be a real good show, talking about loss prevention, risk management, all that good stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. Good to see everybody in the comments already, man. Thank y'all for coming out today. Yeah, man, I'm excited about this one, man. You know, see, we already got some of the homies in the chat going. But yeah, man, how you been this weekend?
Man, pretty good. Just been getting ready for next weekend because Southeast Reptile Expo is next weekend, so just get my stuff in order for that, man, and also trying to do a little bit of prep for the upcoming season, putting together breeding plans, looking to see like what I need to push the hardest, like all the good stuff. You know how it go down.
Right. Yes, I forgot y'all got or that the show was this coming up weekend because we'll both be the whole crew will be vending this coming up weekend. Y'all will all be there, and I'll be over here on the West Coast.
What show y'all got? Remind me.
Roseville.
Roseville, okay, that's
Roseville, Cali. It's up in Northern Cali, about 2 hours away from me. It's right before Sacramento, so it's really like an hour and a half, hour 45, because Sacramento like 2 to 2:15. So depending on how fast you're driving and how dark it is or snow it is on the mountains, whatever. But yeah, no, it's right before Sac, so Northern Cali area. So all the Northern Cali homies is going to be out there. Yeah, man, we have fun out there, bro. The Cali shows, especially the Northern Cali shows, they'd be fun, man. Darren, I'm sure Darren going to be, I need to hit him up. He better be out there. But yeah, I'm sure it'll be fun. It ain't as big as the show y'all going to now, but
this should be fun, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Still figuring out some of the logistics because Takar not going to be able to leave like early Friday, so either we're gonna have to leave late or leave separate, and I don't want to do neither one of them, so still figuring out all that stuff.
How far is the drive for y'all?
Man, it's about 4.5 hours.
Oh, 4.5 hours. That ain't nothing, bro. 4.5, you good.
But you drive not long, but you get there late. Like, let's say we can't leave till about 5, right? We ain't gonna get there to about probably like 10:30 tops. And that means we're gonna miss setup on Friday, and then we gotta set up first thing in the morning. And so Saturday morning gonna be a rush. And I don't like rushing. I don't like rushing before stuff like that because it put me in a bad mood, man. I'd be ready to snap.
Are you doing the podcast from there this weekend too?
Nah.
Okay, so just vending.
Just vending, yeah.
So I know for me, it saddens my heart even thinking about it because one of my favorite shows in Northern Cali was the oh my gosh, not just Reagan, the Reagan Expo up here. It's it's a little town, but it's about 4.5 hours for me. But because I refuse to do 2 nights in a hotel. I just hate doing it if I don't have to. So I just wake up at I don't even go set up on Fridays. I just go. I leave Saturday morning at, but if the doors open at 7 to start setting up on Sunday or on Saturday morning, and the show don't start till 10, I make it there by about 7:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30, and just set up there. That's how I do for the SAC show too, since it's only 2 hours away. I don't. The only show I've ever gone to on a Friday was the one when I drove all the way down to SoCal to go to the that expo. But other than that, bro, I leave the morning of. If I ain't got to drive more than 6 hours, I'm leaving the morning of.
Yeah, I don't like rushing setting up.
Yeah,
that just, I don't know. I just don't like doing it. It put me in a bad mood, like to get started, like right off. And it's crazy because it's been multiple times, like whether it was just a podcast or whether it was a podcast and setting up to sell the snakes and whatnot. I always end up rushing, and I get tired of doing that. Like I want to get there. I want to get there early. I want to get set up, be able to like leisurely set up, like do my thing, talk to people, just kind of take my time and do it with like no stress. Because like I said, man, I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I feel you. Not the
get old.
I always tell my wife that's, if it was one thing the military taught me how to do is to be able to do something real fast in a short amount of time. So I'll be like, I just, I'll run in there and hurry up and get it done. But then again, I do try when you travel to your shows, are your animals already in the display, or are you there in bags? So I know some people like to do bags, and then
the first time I did it, I've only been it like in sold animals one time. So the first time I had them in like containers or whatnot, I'm not doing that again. I'm putting them in the actual display case. Any extras like above and beyond like the number of display spots that I got, I'll put those in containers and have them just kind of on deck. But I'm gonna have them all set up, and that way everything be ready to go. And that'll help too. That definitely.
That bro, that's my stuff. Is I put it in since I always just put mine. I'm just putting it in the slots. Put the tab on, or the what do you call it? That you put on the display. Whatever you want to call it.
The label?
Yeah, the label. Put the label. Dang, I don't know how I can find that word. But yeah, put the label on here and whatnot. And then I just go from, throw them in the car. And then, always just, and I put them all inside the box stacked up. I just never put the lid on, and I put the lids in the trunk. And I just put those in the back seat, strap them in with a seatbelt, and we out. We moving. And you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people I know that don't, because they be like, well, stuff is, they're the poop in your displays and pee and all that, but I don't feed my animals. Like they all just ate on all my show animals that's going on me this coming up Friday, or this coming up Saturday next week, just ate on Wednesday, and they're not touching a meal again. So they'll all been them pooped out. A few of them are going in the shed right now, but they'll all been them pooped out, shed and everything by the time next week coming. So
all my show animals, they already done ate like their last meal before the show.
Yeah,
I want to deal with as little as that kind of stuff as possible.
Yeah, I can't stand cleaning up poop, bro. That's on another level. I hate doing that at shows. It's just it's too much. It's too much. But yeah, man.
I definitely want to do as little as that as possible.
Yeah. You want to get some shout outs?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Big shout out to the sponsor, Husbandry.Pro. Make sure y'all tapping in with Husbandry.Pro using promo code DC Squad 60. Get you 60 days free of Husbandry.Pro. That promo code is good for inactive members. It's good for brand new members. Definitely tap in, man, and get you 60 days free of Husbandry.Pro. And then stick around after them 60 days and pay for your membership.
Yep.
Big shout out to Clutch Conversations. I mean, not Clutch Conversations. Shout out to Clutch Conversations too. Shout out to the Herp Collectors Network. Hey, sometimes talking and reading at the same time be getting me.
Right.
Big shout out to all the shows on the Herp Collectors Network. Conjure Corner, Retake Rundown, Clutch Conversations, Double Clutch, and more from out. Need to update this infographic. The Moat and Grow House, they're not going to be around for the foreseeable future, so we're just going to have our 5 shows that we're rocking with: Conjure Corner, Retake Rundown, Clutch Conversations, Double Clutch, and more map. Appreciate y'all showing love to those shows. So like now we're down to 5 shows. This all reptile focus. Let's see how that do. And then, of course, man, make sure you tapping in with us on the Double Clutch Patreon. If you're not in the fam, man, tap in with the fam. We got 4 different tiers for you to hop on. Tap in with us, man. It's growing, man. It's a lot of fun. Lots of good conversations, all that good stuff.
Yes, and you get to save up whatever it is you pay towards the purchase of any animal from my shop or your shop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm glad we switched over to that Stowe credit model because everybody seemed to like that.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, between me and you and everybody that's on here right now, I do got a Hurricane Desert Ghost Het Clown, possible Het G Stripe, 66% Het G Stripe. I'm not even in the G Stripe. What's the name?
Where you got this from?
From Mr. Will Monroe from being in his Patreon. It's all paid for store credit. All my store, and I've been in there for I've been in Will's Patreon for like 3 years now.
So what it is again?
Just Hurricane Desert Ghost Het Clown, 66% Het G Stripe. It's from his parent. He just did where he could have made Super Hurricane G Stripe or Super Hurricane Desert Ghost Kikis.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So I'm not in the Kiki project at all. But I mean,
you said it's a male or a female?
It's a male.
Okay, bet.
It's a male, yeah. Because I do have my Hurricane Yellow Belly Clown male, but I don't have any Hurricane on my Desert Ghost side at all. And I am making some hets this year with it in there. But to have that visual male that's already ready to go, that's just, or not ready to go, but he's born already, and try to get him ready to go for, next season or whatever.
For this upcoming show this weekend, what animals you taking? Like what types of animals?
Bro, I got everything from Hurricane. I got a whole clutch of Hurricane Yellow Belly Clown stuff. So I got 8 Hurricane Clowns in there. Some of them got Yellow Belly, some of them got Blade. That clutch is going. I got some bananas and some banana pies that'll be going with me. Shoot, man, I got some that Cypress clutch that I got some of that. So I got some Cypress stuff coming with me, and hopefully I'm gonna have some other stuff just on display, like that Wookiee clutch I showed y'all.
Gotcha.
They won't have enough meals, but I'll still bring like a few of them just to show off some Wookiee stuff. But I'm actually gonna have a lot of adults for this show. The next show at the end of beginning of September, I have a lot more clutches ready, but I'm gonna have a lot more adults. Just breeder females and breeder males that don't have a place for next year's season. So yeah,
I'm gonna take. I got some banana clown stuff, like banana Cypress clown stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm taking that. That look real nice. I got like one banana pie female. I probably take her. That Cypress clown clutch. I take some of that. I got a couple of those posted right now on Morph Market. I got that Cypress spot nose, Russo leopard, fire clown. Like that animal's crazy. And then I got the same exact one without leopard. So I got those posted on Morph Market right now. I'm gonna take both of them. I'm gonna sell one of those and keep one of those because I want to use one of those males to start like getting a bunch of genetics into like some other stuff. And so we'll see whichever one sell first is I'll keep the other one.
Right.
And,
okay.
What else? Some more Cypress clown stuff. I'll be taking that. I wish I had more pied stuff to take for sure.
Man, and it makes me mad because this show last year, that's how I started off Saturday. I had 6 pies on the table. No, I had 7 pies because 2 of them was adult females, and I ended up keeping one, and she's about to lay a clutch for me within the next 2 weeks because she was an adult. But I sold 1 adult and then 5 babies within the first 4 hours of Saturday.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm mad that I don't have all 3 of my pie clutches. One should be hatching out in like 20 days, and the other 2 haven't even laid yet. So I'm like,
I wish I had some more pie stuff. Yeah, definitely. What else? I'll be taking some ultra male stuff too.
Oh yeah, ultra male stuff should do very well at the show for sure. That should be good stuff for sure.
Yeah, man. So You ready to hop into today's topic?
Yeah, man. Let's hop into the topic. And if y'all don't know, the topic basically today was brought to us. Well, not brought to us, but we touching on this topic because if you're not aware, Vin Russo, one of the founders of the whole ball python game, even I think he got chondros and everything. Like he's been around forever. Or boas. He did boas. He does boas.
Yeah. He wrote the book on it.
Yeah, right. So this dude has been a legendary dude. If you've never heard of him, then you're sleeping up under a rock. But basically, if you haven't been on Facebook and seen that he has that they were doing a GoFundMe to help him out because his collection caught a blaze, and man, it's a sad situation, bro. It's crazy because this isn't the first time somebody in our hobby has been completely wiped out or partially wiped out because of fire in the inside of the building or inside, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. It happens. I guess I wouldn't say it's part of the game, but it happens when you're dealing with a lot of stuff that runs off of electrical circuits. You know what I'm saying? It's just shoot. I mean, my city has had 3 power outages in the last month and a half. So if they haven't, you know what I'm saying? If they having power outages because of, whatever they got going on at the power plant over here, I can't imagine what would go on in some of our snake rooms. So yeah, we just want to talk about the precautions and kind of just give some people some knowledge on, maybe jog your thoughts and people's thoughts on it, because it definitely has been, I've brought up to y'all ambient before, after hearing about it happening in other people's stuff and even in my own situations. But have you had a scare like that before we even get into like the precautions that people could take? Have you had a scare with your equipment or any? And I did get a chance to watch MJ's show yesterday. I think him and Dave's show. Well, it's Dave's show, but it's on MJ's network. But their show yesterday, and it wasn't even anything to do with his racks or anything to do with the heat tape or nothing like that. Because I know a lot of people was thinking it was heat tape and stuff like that, but it had nothing to do with that. It was just some faulty connection or some connection within the building that just ended up, sparking a fire.
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah. It wasn't even, it had nothing to do with his reptile stuff. So, have you had a scare or anything like that though, when it comes to your equipment?
Fortunately, I have not had like any sort of issue like that as far as that's concerned. I mean, I have had instances where I noticed that the tub was hotter than what it was supposed to be, and then realized like a probe had come up. I've been fortunate in every one of those instances. Now I do check it like on a more frequent basis, just because of, I mean, like you constantly, especially like with the whatchamacallit, the PVC racks that I got. I feel like those are more susceptible than like the industrial racks I got, like the shit, not Freedom Breeder, but what ARS. ARS, yeah. Shout out to ARS. I do feel like the PVC racks a little bit more susceptible from what I've seen, kind of depending on like how the probe is placed. So you want to be sure to place it in a good spot. I like to place mine like kind of on the side, kind of on the tuck. That way I don't want the lip of the tub like to run any kind of danger of hitting it. So that's where I put it, try to get it in that sweet spot. I do check to make sure like stuff is good to go, like check my temperature like that, and check my probes. To be honest, if I'm keeping it 100%, I could do better in terms of like how frequently I check it. Right now, I just kind of like check it when I think about it, and I'm always in the snake room and thinking about that kind of stuff. But to be honest, like a better plan, in my opinion, would have a more organized way. Like, hey, I check this every like X amount of days or whatever it is. But I do check that stuff just to make sure, you know what I'm saying, it's good to go. Make sure ain't no probe coming off the tape, making sure the heat tape is secure around the probe and it's staying in the same spot, making sure the hot spot on the tub is carrying good temps and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man. I think like, and that's what we just want to talk about today, is like really just like the precautions, and whoever in the comments could tell us what they precautions are that they take to avoid scary situations and stuff. Because I know when I first got in, I still have the rack. I still use it as a hatchling rack right now, but I had to, and it's the V18. How many does it hold? 2, 4, 6, 8. So 16 tubs? No, 2, 4, 8. It holds 8. I just counted 8 and then said 16. Anyway, but it's the little V18 one that holds 8 tubs or whatever. And I got that. And like you said, I have my probe in between the 2 tubs, basically, right on the back tape. And one day, I guess I must have pushed the tub in sideways. Either way, that probe came undone, and I came back in, a few hours later, and you could feel the heat coming up off the out of that sea serpent rack.
So you put yours on the horizontal one?
Yeah, that's what I used to do until that happened. Now when in those, well, I can't say now because, and we'll get into it later, but I have switched over to ambient, as you know. But before I did, it was on this. I started putting it on the side, like in the corner, on the bottom corner of the side. Yeah, like tucked away, like you were saying earlier. Once that I had that scare, because once those heat probes pop off, man, it just, if that thermostat does its job, it's going to try to get that heat tape up to the temperature. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I saw somebody put in there the clips and the probe clips. Have you tried those out?
I have not. I have seen them. They do look pretty dope, and I've heard them a good feedback about them. So definitely want to try them out for sure.
Yeah, because I know Freedom Breeder sells their probe kits, but I want to say that you have to have a certain the certain thermostats go with certain probe clamps, right? Because I feel like the Herp and Harbins have their custom made ones, like the magnetic ones,
right? And
they have different ones for different types of probe fittings. So the probe clips are definitely a precaution I think that people should be taking if you are using belly heat. The probe clips are definitely something that you should be doing. Not, the same painter's tape that you put on the front of your tub to mark off whether or not they ate or not, or to write the names of your animals on there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That does not work at all.
Not at all.
It don't. Another, when it comes to the probes, another thing I have found that does work is it's like a foil tape, like a duct tape, I guess is what you would call it.
I use heat tape. You talking about heat tape?
To take down the probe?
Yeah, I use heat tape.
What is heat tape?
It's basically I guess that's what you call it. It's heat tape. It's like it looks like aluminum foil. Yeah, it looked like
okay. Yeah, same thing then. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's what you call it then. Okay, yeah, but yeah, not that stuff right there. You gotta if you take that down good, you ain't pulling that off easily. Like it has to be yanked, or you gotta really try to get that off. It's foil tape. Yeah, yep.
That's.
But no, that tape. If you're using that tape, that's a good tape to use for sure.
That's the good stuff for sure.
Yeah, use that tape. I've tried electrical tape in the past, but I found that on the ARS rack, especially with the powder coated on the rails, because I try to tape, I'll tape it down on the panel, and then I'll pull the cord out and then tape the cord to the back of the rail as well to give it some extra support. But I found that my electrical tape was just like coming up eventually at some point, and it could just been to the humidity in the room and all that kind of stuff. But that foil tape, that stuff don't come up unless you pull it off. I still got residue on my stuff.
So talk about your transition over to ambient and what that's been like for you.
Yeah, man. For me, it's been just a sigh of relief, I guess you should say, because I do got a lot of, and we'll get into precautions that I have set up. But man, it was a long day of I pulled out every single, after I heard about the Van Russo stuff, and like I said, this ain't been the first fire of somebody's collection since I've been breeding that I've read about or saw about. And so what I did was, man, I pulled out both my 55 40s, all the hatchling stuff, everything, and just went to unplugging everything. Just unplugged it all, and I still left it all in place, but I just unplugged it, tied up all the cords and everything. And what I was keeping my room, I had a hot spot of 88 to 90, and I was keeping my room at 80 to 82 degrees. So it stayed roughly at about 81 degrees with the fan blowing. I was good to go. It was nice and comfortable in here. I could sit in here all day long. So now what I've done is transition to just ambient, and I've basically just bumped it up to 84 to 85 degrees in here. And so, it is that 4-degree temperature swing, because sometimes it'll go up to 80. So my thermostat, like you said it, I can set it within a 3-degree parameter. So to kick on when it gets too hot, to cool air, and it'll kick back on when it gets so. As far as the mini split goes, and so like right now I have it set. I just turned on cool air and just have it set at 75 because I refuse to do this podcast and be fuego in here just sitting here sweating. So but basically it'll kick on if it gets to 86 degrees in this room, the air will come on, and if it gets down to 83, then the heat will come back on and bump it back up. So it stays right at around 84 to 85 degrees in here. And it's some adjustment. It's an adjustment though, man, for sure. For me. So I know it's an adjustment for them, but they still been eating. I've only been on it for like a week and a half now, basically. Because as soon as I heard that happen to him, like the next, I was talking to y'all, and then I was like, forget it, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And that's partly because that one of my precaution and reasons for taking that precaution is because a lot of people's collections are at their homes. You know what I'm saying? And so the reason I just, and that was on MJ's podcast as well, when he just had Abe on there like 2 weeks ago from Abe's Exotics, and I didn't know his house had caught fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so when your collection is at home, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And man, I'm like, I could never put my family in my mind. I'm like, I can't put my family in that type of situation with me and these kids and displace us because of some snake stuff went bad, or so, you know what I'm saying, something, the fail safe didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's where I'm at with the ambient right now. And you're still just using what you have been, right? Belly heat, but you do keep an ambient as well though, don't you?
So I just use belly heat and heat in thermostat.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. And just
because you're in the building
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought about going to ambient, but man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's
85.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about to get another fan because the more air circulation, the better. You know what I'm saying? It'll keep you cool. But the one
shout out to K, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, appreciate you, sir. I had the one fan in here blowing, but and it's a big fan, but I just need to get one more of those, and then just so I can have it swirling around. But because it was working with one when it was just 81 in here, but bumping that up, I'm like, yeah, nah, I got to go ahead and get another fan. But yeah, that's been my precaution. Now I do have other precautions that I've set up as well that I think everybody should have. Like I don't think everybody should go ambient. I don't think it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like you got guys like Canova, you got Ozzy, you got Will, you got guys that have also been breeding for 20 years and nearly 20 years and stuff. And they're all still running the belly heat and have been from the beginning. And you know what I'm saying? So I don't think there's nothing wrong with belly heat at all. It's just for me, I chose to now, but there are some precautions I think people should take. Like for me, the Govee sensors are like one of the best things I think have ever been invented. Now I know there's different brands out there, but the Govee ones for me are the best because you simply put it on that, put everything on your app. And that's what I had everything on. Even before I went ambient, like I had the ability to, from anywhere I was at, to shut off all my racks, to shut down a levels at a time because I had them all on different Govee plugs, or I could shut down the whole rack plug, or I could shut down just a row if I thought the probe had came off because the temperature fluctuated too high on there, and I would just turn that one off. I mean, I have one on my incubator, so my incubator, I could always see that temperature, and I could shut that off if I need to shut it off. And all that kind of stuff. Are you using those?
Yeah. So I wish I had the kind that you have. And so in talking with you about how you set up, it made me like look into doing it different. I do have those Govees and I can check it from my app. But if something was to go wrong, I couldn't do nothing about it from my app. And so I want to try to take that next step to where I can like shut it down, like from wherever I'm at, because that would come in handy. Because I can just imagine, man, like you out of town, you 4 or 5 hours away, like this upcoming weekend, something going down, you can see it, but
you can't do nothing about it. You can't do, and it's always stressful for me.
That's even worse, to be honest.
Yes, it is. It's always stressful to me. Like that's been the one relief with the ambient. I told my wife, I'm like, shoot, ever since I switched to this, like I'm good. Like I don't be checking everything every 10 minutes to make sure, or if something, if I get an alert on my phone, I ain't tripping out like crazy. Because it's all just, on like just like the house. It's on the, what I'm saying, it's on the thermostat, like it was as if it was in the house. But yeah, no, I would encourage everybody to get the Govee stuff, or if you have another brand, find a different brand, because that you could use. But basically, like I said, I would, if I was still doing belly heat, like I had mine set up, every 2 rows, I had a thermometer on that heat panel, and it showed me on the app just how hot those 2 heat panels were. And I could turn them off if I needed to from anywhere. Or I could just turn the whole rack off if I felt like it was just too hot. And I didn't want to try to figure it out. I just turn the whole rack off. So the Govee stuff is a good precaution to take. Do you feel indifferent, especially like with new breeders getting in? I feel like a precaution to prevent stuff like that. Do you think that it makes a difference in like we talked about probes, but do you think it makes a difference in the type of probe you're using? Like I know a lot of people, especially the new breeders that got in, a lot of them, like even me, I was using, what's the ones on Amazon? Inkbird.
Inkbirds?
Yeah. That's all I had. I had
Inkbird's pretty reliable.
Oh yeah.
Inkbirds have been super reliable for me. Herp stats have been reliable for me. The only one that I've had like go out on me was a VE, and that was just like one time. But and I still run like a couple of VEs. I haven't had any issues, except for that one. And that one I got used. Oh, okay. The one that went out on you? Yeah. I've only had I just took down, I have 5 on each 5540, 2 on that one, and then so 13 Inkbirds be when I went to ambient, because all my stuff was ran on Inkbirds. And then I did have one Herpstat 2 that I was using as well. But I've only had one Inkbird go out on me since 2019. And the thing I liked about those is that when they do fail, they go off and they just beep. Like I walked in, I thought it was a fire alarm going off in my snake room one day, because it was just dee, 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 like, and it was just telling me it was faulty now at that point, but it shut itself off though. It wasn't putting out no heat, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I have knocked off a probe on one of those on my 5540s as well, and my females was running to try to get out them tubs when I had realized what was going on. But when they do fail, they fail to the off spot. So I feel like, just having that precaution, having the right equipment is necessary, but also even when that equipment fails, then you got your Govees to rely on, if you could turn everything off from a distance, and that way there's the precautions that need to be set up. But at the end of the day, man, I don't know. Like, I feel like it's whatever makes you comfortable, because I feel like it's different for different people. Like I said, some people got shops, and they, and some people do it at their house or in their bedroom or in their spare bedroom, whatever. So there's different precautions that you got to take, because your setup is just completely different, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
So, hey, I want to take a commercial break.
Sponsor break? Yeah.
Yeah, then we come right back.
Okay.
Experience the epitome of elegance and excellence with Reagan Renee Rural Pythons. Working projects like DG Krypton and DG Clown, you can place your bets on quality and let Reagan Renee be your winning hand. Expect innovation and unmatched customer service with every interaction. Elevate your collection with the finest quality ball pythons. Visit them on Instagram and Morph Market. Discover the extraordinary at Reagan Renee Rural Pythons. Step into a world where dreams take shape with Ozzy, a true leader in the reptile industry. Known for unparalleled customer service and a dedication to excellence, Ozzy sets the standard. His cutting-edge projects continue to inspire and push the boundaries of what's possible. Submerge yourself in a future full of possibilities. Join the journey, embrace the innovation, and above all, keep dreaming.
So aside from equipment and stuff, what other sort of risk prevention do you do? Or
did I do?
Do you do risk management, loss prevention?
Yeah. Oh man. Even with I mean, the equipment is going to be the biggest thing, but I would say, like, when it comes to as far as the equipment that you can add on, right, like the gobies and stuff, the equipment that comes with your racks, right, like the heat tape that comes inside of that sea serpent rack, or the heat panels that come inside of your or that come with your Freedom Breeder or your ARS. What's the lifespan on those? Like, does anybody know what the expected lifespan? Like, everything has a shelf. You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna last forever. What's the lifespan on something that's constantly dimming and up and dimming down? Like, do we know what that is? Like, so, like, for me, like, I don't know. Like, I think people should have maybe like a 10-year rule, because I feel like they should definitely last 10 years. At least I like the new thermostat similar to the Inkbird. Yeah. I wonder who those are by. I don't have them because I'm not using any anymore. But all I have is my Inkbirds that I have set to the side now. But like, even in the chat, like, what do you do? Do you have what do you think the shelf life on replacing, say, the 10 heat panels that come on your 5540 should be?
Have you talked to anybody who have had their like heat panels for a long time, let's say 10 years or more? Have you talked to anybody about that?
No, but there's guys out there that do, I'm sure. I'm sure there's guys out there that do. I've never heard of, unless it's just an unsaid thing that people are automatically doing. I've never heard of anybody being like doing a video on, I'm replacing all my heat panels. You know what I'm saying? Or I just made a purchase from Freedom Breeder to replace all my heat panels.
Right.
You know?
I saw Will say 4 years on the heat tape. I know I got some heat tape it's been longer than 4 years.
Yeah, my heat, yeah.
Stuff that I got when I first got in, and it's still working.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that 4 years ain't a good time to check it, but I'm saying I know for a fact it lasts longer than 4 years.
Right. And it could just be the lazy part of me, because it's like, okay, if I got these V18s and I got this heat tape and they now 4 or 5 years old, now I've got to order heat tape and wind these things all over zigzag. I got to, like, that's what I'm like, I'm just thinking about all the snakes now. I got to push out the tubs and try to wind this stuff up in there. You know, or even my incubator, my homemade incubator has been running on the same heat tape. Well, for the last year and a half, almost 2 years, that incubator ain't been turned off. So, but I was using it a year. So it's about 3 years old, that heat tape, but it's been running constantly for about the last almost 2 years, year and a half. So, yeah, I don't, like, there should be a precaution. Like, I probably should order in some new heat tape for my incubator and replace my heat tape now. You know what I'm saying? Just
same here.
You know,
like, even on my PVC racks with the old stuff, I probably should be looking at that more and thinking about like having backup stuff to replace some of that stuff if I'm gonna roll with it.
Yeah, right. Because I feel like we do it in stuff, like, we have precautions in I know I do in my rat room. Like, I'm behind right now because I'm supposed to, in the summertime, change out my line and rerun everything. You know what I'm saying? The line is cheap. Just replace the line and rerun it. I just ain't did it yet. But we had those precautions because now, shoot, just the other day I unclogged like 4 nipples. I went through there and was pissed because every time I'm cleaning them out, I'm checking them, make sure they work. And like 3 or 4 of them was just clogged to the brim. So I'm like, yeah, I just need to go ahead and replace these lines. And so I can get some clean flow going through there. So we had those precautions to set up, but I don't hear very many people talking about, oh, well, I got like 4 or 5 heat panels sitting around waiting to be used. Like, they talking about they do for for water lining. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things, man. I think that for me, like I went to the far extreme. Like I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna go ambient. So I do got 20 heat panels. If anybody is in need of some heat panels, hit me up. But if you're not going to go all the way to ambient, like there should be some guidelines that you set up so that way you have a check on your stuff, man. Because like I said, 90% of us got this stuff in our homes, and if it go off in your home, that's you in a bad type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Maintenance, cleaning, proper temps. Okay. Yeah, I see. I didn't even know you supposed to clean heat. When you say cleaning, like I'm wondering what that means by cleaning.
I don't clean my heat tape. Yeah, I mean, obviously if it's like something on it, but that's rare. Yeah,
I ain't never wiped down a single piece of heat tape. No, I ain't gonna even lie to you. If it got some my stuff might have dust from cocoa on it from when I first got in the game.
Yeah, I'm sure mine got dust and stuff like that on it. If I see like a piece of cocoa on it or something like that, yeah. I move that. But I don't just routinely wipe down the heat tape.
Yeah, no. But it's stuff to think about. Like a lot of people take different precautions that because I guess sometimes they like experience is the best teacher, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people may take more precautions because of the experiences that they've had. But dusting and wiping off. Oh yeah, I guess
that's a good idea.
That is because I would assume it would not work as well if it had a quarter of an inch caked up dust on there or whatever is on there. You know what I'm saying?
So mine got like about the 2020 tip on top of
it. Right. Mine, I'm telling you, mine got DNA from snakes I ain't had in years still up in there. You know.
Yeah, I do that. I do wipe down the inside of the racks, but I don't go like to the heat tape level. Like I'm wiping out. I mean, I guess I probably might wipe off the heat tape a little bit, but not intentionally. I'm also wiping off like the PVC piece on the bottom and on the top and all that kind of stuff. Because that's one thing too that I do make sure to do on a regular basis is clean the top.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to forget about like cleaning the top, but I mean the top dirty too.
Right. Yeah. I try to do that every time I have a snake shed out, or if they lay or something like that, then I definitely try to reach my arm in there and clean the top off or whatever, and get that. Yeah, because that's easily forgotten. But yeah, man, I'm like, yeah. As far as the tape goes, I ain't never done that, but now I won't because I'm on ambient. But it's something I never thought about. I'm trying to think what other precautions. I don't know. I just would say, man, definitely invest in the right equipment.
Yeah,
like you have to invest in the right equipment, whether that be Herp Stats, whether that be the Freedom Breeder ones, the probes, and get you some proper probe clips and/or that foil tape, because I've never heard anybody saying that foil tape doesn't work, and it does. It does its job.
100%. Outside of equipment, biosecurity is a big thing too in terms of like loss prevention, risk management.
Oh man, yeah.
I mean, just make sure you taking all the necessary precautions. Like quarantine is one of the most basic fundamental things you can do when you owning a bunch of reptiles. But I still feel like it's probably a good bit of people who not quarantine, right?
A good bit, bro. I say about 85-90% of people don't quarantine they animals.
And it's crazy to me. Like it's just something that's just so basic, so it makes sense. Why wouldn't you do that? I mean, I get space is a concern, things of that nature, but you got to figure something out in terms of like quarantining, because I mean, you never know, bro. Like you can get an animal, it can cost whatever, you can get it from whoever, it don't matter. Like it can be something wrong with that animal, and if you're not giving yourself enough time to observe that animal, make sure everything is good to go, then you placing every other animal in your collection at risk.
Yes. It's bro, especially this time of year. It's the summer and fall. It's show season, and everybody's going to shows, and everybody who sells snakes is taking those snake animals that they've been with to the shows and then bringing them back home. and mites is granted they're not gonna kill your collection off, but they are the easiest thing I feel like to catch ever. And I've had them twice in my breeding career, and those things are freaking. I feel like I'm itching all day long, and it's awful. So even stuff like that, everybody gets those. So it's like it doesn't make sense why not to collect, because everybody gets them. I don't care who you are. I don't care. I don't care if you got a multi-million-dollar collection or you got, you just bought your $200 pastel
$100 collection.
Right. you just bought your first
$1,000 collection.
You just bought your first visual super pastel, whatever it is, Hey, whatever it is, man, mites can hit anybody. And so the precaution, a lot of people don't take them, man. And it's crazy because I remember when
mites don't care about the morph.
No, heck no. And remember when the Nido stuff hit hard and everybody was scared to even breathe around their snakes, and they thought everybody had Nido and all this kind of, like, I feel like that has died down. Oh dang, one of my snakes just farted or doo-doo. One of that, bro. That'd be the one.
I'd like to think that people getting a better understanding of Nido.
Yeah.
I feel like the episode we did.
Oh man, we gotta get her back on. No, that was with
that was Dr. Stephen Tillis.
Yeah, that was
yeah. I feel like that episode helped a lot. It's just more and more information coming out about it. It's helping people have a better understanding of it.
Yeah, for sure. I did like the precautions that everybody took when they thought that it was going to just kill their whole family if they got Nido. But yeah, I don't, man. Yeah, there's a lot of
snake.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey, you want me to tell you what's so crazy, man? Real quick side story. Cats be farting in yoga class, bro. Like,
don't you be in hot yoga?
Sometimes, like, it don't matter. It can be hot yoga, it can be cold yoga.
No, you got to go.
Yoga. People be farting, bro, and they just be farting like it's regular, man. Like, farting with the instructor standing right by him, like, bro, like, come on, like that's part of the.
They gotta be old.
Like, you move, bro. Young, old, tall, short, big, small, don't matter.
Yeah, that now. See, when I'm at home,
so crazy. Like, I remember one time, bro. Like the yoga teacher, she was like saying her stuff. She was being like all calm and like, you know what I mean, like in her yoga space.
Yeah.
And somebody just let one out. And she paused, bro, for a good little minute because I think she really had to regain her composure, either because she was grossed out or she was about to laugh or both, before she like went on, you know what I'm saying, continuing to instruct the class. Right. Man, people, bro, if anybody out there, if you go to yoga class, I understand you moving in all these kind of different directions and stuff like that, but part of the yoga workout is engaging your core so you don't be farting in yoga class, man. Hold that shit.
Oh man. Oh god.
Sorry, I had to get that out the way, man.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, that's crazy to me because I'm like, I could see it in and when I played college football, like it wasn't nothing for us to like. That's just dudes being dudes. We gonna fart. We gonna do even when I'm at home working out at 5. When I got my wife and I be like, I don't care about none of that, bro. This is our gym. But if I was at a public gym,
it's different like when you're at the crib. That's totally different.
Yeah, like nah. Like I remember dudes in college football, like during the games, like nobody wanted to, like there's no porta potties on the field. So if you got to pee during the game, nobody's leaving the game to go to the bathroom to pee. So you just have some of the homies stand around you and you get on the knee and just take your stuff out and just pee right there on the grass, like wherever we at. Like, like that's just how it was. Like it was, but yeah, like farting just in yoga class. Now I'm supposed to be at peace when I'm in yoga. Not smelling your butt. Heck nah. No, that ain't about that. No. I like that comment Kane said about when you start investing all your stuff. And I think a lot of people get even when we start like investing in big times like stuff, like we just are so eager to get it going and get it in, especially if it's already like a proven breeder or something like that, and you like trying to boost up your collection and get a gene into your collection, like, yeah, sometimes it can be very tempting to cut that corner, man. It can be very tempting to cut that corner and not take those precautions.
Definitely not worth it though.
Yeah, it ain't worth it, man. It'll sink. And sometimes it's like a balance, because I feel like even sometimes before I got all the Gobi stuff, I was just buying snakes, and I didn't have none of those precautions. I couldn't see my temperatures on my stuff or nothing, so I just had to trust whatever the thermostat was saying that the temperatures were, because I was just so engulfed in buying snakes. I wasn't even thinking about protecting my investment, and I think that comes with it. Like, bro. Yeah, you gotta protect your investment, because you lose it, man. It's hard to get it back. I don't see, like, I feel sorry for Van Russo. Like, I know, like, I've been hearing there's a lot of people that are going to give back snakes that they got from him, or breedings from snakes that his snakes made or whatever, that are, giving them stuff. And that, I think that's heck of dope. But you can't buy back time. Like, I don't care what you give me. Like, that's 40 years that is gone. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, it's just it's crazy. So, yeah, man, I just encourage everybody to take precautions, man, when you from the incubator to the racks to your hot spots to your rat room, everything, man. You got to, shoot, I got caught up. Remember when I told y'all it was 104 degrees in my rat room a few weeks ago?
Yeah. Did you lose any rodents?
I lost 2 colonies of them. They got up to 104 now, but here's a tick. I wasn't even tripping about the losing the 2 colonies, because I was like, thank God it was just only 2, because I should have lost a lot more. But now I'm really getting hit hard, because I went to pool yesterday. What's today? Saturday. So because now it's been 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks, right? So what really hit hard was that when it got that hot for those 2 days while I was out of town, all the babies that was in the in the tubs, when I got back, all those babies were dead. That's what I didn't really lose a lot of adults. I lost the babies, because the mamas was like, bro, it's too hot to feed anything.
Yeah.
And they just running around in panic because it's so hot, trampling over all the babies. So I lost all the babies. So it's been 2 weeks now where I have pulled 0 from my tubs. Yes, at 0. So I'm just now getting females pregnant again. You know what I'm saying? They just now starting to have babies, but I'm sure next week I won't be pulling anything either, because when I pulled this week, or when I at least cleaned the tubs this week, I didn't have anything to pull. There were some babies in there, but nothing that was even almost ready to be weaned off to start pulling off. So I lost all the babies, and now all the moms are starting to, get back on track and starting to produce again like that. So that's where I didn't have the right precautions. I mean, I should have. I thought that the airflow will keep it cool enough, and different temperatures or different places work for different people. Like, because I saw, who was it? Rice Reptiles. They put up a video of how they have their tunnel, the fan tunnel type deal like Canova has, right? So I'm thinking, okay, cool, I could do that over here. I get the fans, have the exhaust fans going out. I have the vents on the other side opened up, so it's like the fans is pulling one way, the vents are open, so the air flow is going through or whatever. I even have a fan in there to help it out. But it just got to here. It just bro, it was 103 outside, and it was 104 inside my rodent room. And so it was, man, them rodents was getting the water out. When I walked in, they was like drenched. They looked like they just ran a mile. Like they was just drenched in water, and just, man, it was sad, man. And like I said, all the babies was dead and trampled on and shriveled all up like little prune raisins all throughout the tubs. But now, as soon as that happened, closed up the fans, closed up the vents on the side. So I now just got to put some a piece of wood over there, but I insulated it, or I just got to block off the insulation now. But close down the fans. I'll start the fans back up maybe when it's like a consistent 75 in the fall or something like that. But right now, I plug back up the AC, and we're just running on AC, and the AC's been keeping it, because we still have some few hot days, but it's been keeping it, between 73 and 80 in there, and we back to reproducing now. We getting the production back up. So that's really hurt me right now, man. That's I didn't pull anything. So I'm even thinking about next week. I might the whole collection might just fast for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, we might skip two feeders at a minimum 2. We might skip 3, but at a minimum 2.
You don't have a bunch of hatchlings right now, though, right?
I just had 2 clutches hatch out last week, and then I got 1 set to hatch out on the 13th of this month. But so I actually have 20 babies right now that I'm waiting to shed out. So they just, you know what I'm saying? So I got, you know, they can live off that yolk sack for a good. They'll be hungry, extra hungry by the time I feed them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So but that's the only thing I've been feeding was the like I fed the hatchlings and the ones that I'm taking to the show on Wednesday. I didn't feed none of my adults. Well, I fed a few of them that are really building, but I tried to save as many adult rodents as I had, so that way I can stockpile up. Because I'm depleted. It's not good right now. But the AC is definitely helping out.
Yeah, I got a little lull in my production right now, but probably like in about 3 weeks, I'm gonna have like way too many.
Once it start cooling off a little bit.
Yeah, once it start cooling off a little bit, and kind of like once some of these newer colonies I got get going, because I got behind on switching out my stuff.
Okay.
You know, like switching them out. I got a little bit behind on that, so I would probably say in total I might be. I don't want to say a month, but probably close to a month behind. Like let's call it 3 weeks. Behind on that. And then I had some colonies in one area that wasn't producing very well for whatever reason. And like I'm used to having those in the rotation producing. And I kept saying any day now with those. And I probably should have not threw them away, but fed those off. somebody go clip that.
Right.
Herp Collectors, throw his rotor away. But I probably should have fed them off a few weeks earlier than what I did. And I would be in a better situation. But I kept on saying, man, these things gotta produce. They gotta produce.
Yeah.
And held on to them too long. But now I got all that stuff like rotated out and whatnot. And so now it's just kind of waiting to catch up.
Yeah. Because when they start getting
good,
old,
though, because I did have like way too many ASFs, like way too many. And so what that's done is allowed me to kind of like eat into those.
Yeah.
And reduce those numbers, which is a good thing.
Yeah, my system with mine is that and I'm gonna get to your question, Jamie, in a second. I see it because you live right down the street from me. But I have my colony set up to where I retire in both rack systems that I got going. I retire a colony each week, so that way they're all done by the time they hit 7 months of breeding. They're getting fed off, and they don't because once they start looking like they got some like greasy hair and like just raggedy, you know what I'm saying? They just don't
exactly
look
like they eye cross around the eyes, the stuff on the tail. Like you see some crazy stuff, like they be going through it, especially those males. The males go through it too, like because they got all that stuff that can happen. And then if you got more than one male in the tub, sometimes they get like hooking and stuff like that, and so like the male can take some nasty blows, and so
it's man. So yeah, that definitely. But
I'm not really a huge fan of having multiple males in there.
Nope, I'm not either. But so I have been doing 1.3s in the FB10s, and then in I can't remember which one it's called, but that one I've been doing I think it's the 50 series. 1.6, but I did just do one colony that's a 2.8, and I'm trying to see or 2.7. I'm trying to see how it would go. And if the strongest male survives, then the strongest male survives. But we'll see how it goes. But I'm hoping that they'll be okay. Because I hear so many people that are like, yeah, man, I run 2.8 in those same tubs you got. And I'm like, dude, how? Like every time I put two males together, tub? It's like gladiators.
In which tub?
Don't let me get the line. Let me pull up Freedom Breeder. It's the 820. It's the one with 24 slots. Somebody give me that. I know somebody on here now.
I could maybe see two in those, but yours be hooking. I mean, anytime I got two males in the tub, it's gonna be an issue most of the time. Like 90% of the time, I would say 90% of the time that I got 2 males in the tub, they at least get into a minor altercation. Sometimes it's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, mine go. Shoot, I even had some females the other day. That I think I sent y'all a picture of it that ate the male's eye out, ate his whole eye socket, and his whole
that's crazy.
Like this side of his face was just red and bloody.
That's crazy. And females did that too?
Yeah, man, they all must have jumped the mess.
Yeah.
And so I was like, shoot, and I'm like, I'm not throwing away this whole colony. So I just let one of his sons grow up in there. And I took him out, fed him off, and let one of his sons grow up in there. And he looked like they producing still. So unless they was pregnant before I took him out, he getting big enough to breed for sure. Okay, so it's the 824-20 series.
Okay.
These right, that one right there.
1 second. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
Yep. So that's the one I have for my rodents. That I do the 1.6 or the 2. Now I'm trying to 2.7 to see how that works out. Now what Jamie said, can you run the fans at night? If the thing about Reno is like, bro, I was in Hawaii, which by the way is probably the best weather in the world. It was 75 at night, 85 during the day. It was a 10. Well, San Diego is just like that when I went down there, but it's a 10 degree temperature change. Here in Reno, it's freaking 95 during the day and 60 at nighttime. So it's like the temperature swing is so crazy. Even when I would run, if I run the fans at night, it'd make my rodents too cold. So what I do is I have my AC set up to come on if it gets hotter than 75 or 76 degrees, and to try to keep it right at 76. So at nighttime, with the room being insulated, my temps in there drop down to about 71, 72 degrees at nighttime right now. Just natural drop.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't run the fans at night. It's too cold. That's the one bad thing about Reno.
You got anything else, bro?
Nah, man. No, that's pretty much it, man. It's just felt it was important. We talk about some of the precautions that people got set up and, different ways to help protect your collection and minimize the chances of anything crazy happening to us, because a lot of the people listening is new breeders, and so we don't have the community that a Ven Rooster. Like if I feel like if I go out, I ain't about to have a bunch of people trying to give me their snakes back. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't happening. Ain't nobody about to be trying to donate a bunch of snakes to me. But so got to protect what you have, man. Protect your investment, protect your time, protect your peace. The more stuff you got set up, the more peaceful you could be. So, and if you don't, go ambient like I am. I'm giving it a try. We'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that goes. See how your girls do all that good stuff.
Yeah. So
cool, man.
Yeah, man. Other than that, that's it, man.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for tonight, man. Definitely appreciate everybody coming through, hanging out with us tonight, man. Big shout out to more from out tomorrow. We got Calico. They're gonna be talking about Calico tomorrow. That should be a pretty good one. I got a little bit of Calico. I'm definitely looking forward to that episode to kind of hear.
You finally got some?
Yeah, I got a couple snakes from Calico.
Okay, I still ain't got none yet.
Yeah, little something.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. That's gonna be a good episode. So make sure y'all check that out tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's gonna do it for tonight, man. For Double Clutch, I'm Mike. It's the homie Matt. The lovely lady behind the scenes is Takar. Thank y'all for coming out. Be blessed. Peace.
With Mike and Mac, we lead the way. In the reptile world, we're here to stay. Double clutch where passion meets. From the start to the top, you can't be beat. Double clutch, with Mike and Mac. Double clutch, it's direct set. Double clutch, we lead the pack. Double clutch, always on track. With Mike and Mac, we lead the way. In the reptile world, we're here to stay.